Hey everybody, it's me Stacy here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, and this is our next Saturday with Stacy, YouTube class number 489, counting down to 500. Who would have ever thought 500 classes? The classes started out at 15 minutes and then I was able, then I was able to go as high as an hour, and then I was told by YouTube, take as much time as you want, and you know I do. My classes are technique based, commercial free, and full length. So it's almost like you and I are sitting there at your craft space. We're having a cup of coffee and we are crafting together. Or like you walked into a retail store who was offering a class and you sat down to take it. The only difference is this one's free and no commercials. So I have got Spellbinders for you today, and it's not just any Spellbinders, it's pretty special Spellbinders. I have the global launch of this product, and I am oh so grateful that I got to have a little hand in some of the development of this product, and well, that always makes my heart happy. I am a technique junkie. I love the technique of things. I love how to make it do something it wasn't supposed to, or help a manufacturer say, yeah, I think you should do this. And if you do, I want to be the first to have it. And that's what we have here today for you. Now I have winner chicken dinner to talk about. And let me tell you, my winner chicken dinner, my form, it's handwritten and I did the best I could. We are so short-staffed here. Everybody has been sick. So we're still 4 people down. I'm hoping that 2 of them are back on Monday with my fingers crossed, my toes crossed, and then hopefully the other 2 will be returning soon. So we appreciate everybody's patience and understanding as we're trying to get things orders out as quickly as possible. And you know, we're making way. I think the biggest sale that we had was over the holidays, was the Simply Defined and Simply Refined. And gosh, I didn't expect so many orders, but when you put dies down for $1 a die that were $19.99, I suppose I should know better by now. And thankfully, we have over 80% of those orders already gone. And I had said we weren't even going to start processing them until January 16th. And well, our 30 days ended yesterday. We try to get everything out in 30 days, but holy smokes, artichokes, we're 80% into that. We just have a little bit left to go, and I'm so excited. I think it'll probably take us another 2 weeks to finally finish that last 20%. But in the meantime, your Make It Mondays are on the way, and your Thursday expedites are on your way, and the YouTube product is on the way. So a little bit of everything shipping every day. Well, like today we had no internet. No internet. I'm still waiting for Spectrum to come and fix our internet, but instead we boxed everything we could. All orders are boxed and ready to go. So first thing Monday morning when they come to fix our internet will be shipping. Yay. You just got to take it as it comes, right? What else you going to do? So winner chicken dinner. I'm going to talk to you about that first and announce those. And then I promised I would tell you about my meeting with Fearless Fiona. And it turned out it was Fearless Fiona. Ta-da! It's Taylor. Gosh, you're good, Jen. And Kevin, keeper of the secret sauce. They all came here to see me, and I wasn't exactly sure why, but when they got here, well, I got it. And in the best way possible. So let me do winner chicken dinner for you. I am still a little sick. I'm going to keep my drink handy if you don't mind. And we're going to get through this. I can't wait to show you what Spellbinders has done. I mean, you know, usually the first go round of something, a manufacturer, they kind of get it. The second go round of something, they understand the concept so much better and they really nail it on the head. Spellbinders rocked it the first time. Rocked it. So, all right, let me do winner chicken dinner for you. Now, how do you get to a chance to be a winner chicken dinner? Well, you have to post a comment below. Below me, hello. and live chat doesn't count. So if you're live chatting, those comments don't count. You have to do it below. You just post something nice, something friendly, something happy, something that everybody could read and nobody would take offense to, and we'll approve that comment, and then you go into the running for a winner chicken dinner. We have a random software, pick 2 lucky winners every week. You get a $25 gift card to Scrapbooking Made Simple, and that is free money. Who doesn't like free? But if you don't post a comment, I am positive you will never hear your name on a Saturday with Stacy YouTube class. This I am so sure of. So don't deny yourself a $25 gift card. Don't post your comment. Do it. Because these 2 lucky, one's definitely a lady, but one could be a lady or a gent. I'm not so sure. But these 2 lucky SMS peeps have $25 in their online account right now to spend. And I'm sure you're going to find something in this class that will make your heart happy. Are you ready to hear who won? Our first winner, this is my winner. Oh, well, our first winner is Morgan Taylor. Congratulations, Morgan Taylor. You are a winner chicken dinner here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. What are you going to do with your money? See, I don't know if this Morgan is Morgan a girl or Morgan a guy. Maybe you have to email me and tell me, are you? Or maybe Morgan and Taylor are 2 people. Maybe it's Morgan and Taylor. I don't know, but Morgan Taylor, if that's your YouTube, congratulations. You have $25 in your online account ready to spend now. But you're not alone, because like I said, we always announce 2. Our second winner is Linda Swerzinski. Hello, Linda. Tell a joke, Linda. Linda is on live chat almost every single Saturday with us, and she is just a breath of fresh air who always posts little dad jokes, and everybody gets a kick out of her. And I know that she's been going through some tough times lately. So seeing her name here makes my heart so happy, because I'm glad that we're able to maybe spread a little bit of joy in her life, even if it's just for a little moment. Linda, you are SMS family, and I am glad you are here. All right, so Linda Swerzinski and Morgan Taylor, congratulations. There's my high-tech winner chicken dinner list. That's how short-staffed we are. James has been out. Michael Jr.'s been out. Michael C. I mean, it's just been bad. I don't even count Michael Sr. as one of the 4. But if you see your name there, head on over to your online account. There should be $25 waiting for you. Now we have to do the winner chicken dinner dance, because it just isn't the same if we don't do it. Are you ready? You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, ka-choo. For you. I'm so happy for the both of you. Enjoy your $25. Spend it on anything that would just make you go, ah. Or maybe buy a gift for somebody who needs something. I don't know, but use it any way that makes your heart happy, and that makes my heart happy. So now that we're done with winner chicken dinner, I promised I would tell you a little bit about Ellison. Sizzix came to see me on Valentine's Day, Tuesday last week. I didn't know if I was going to be able to do it. I was still sick, but I mustered it up, man. I wanted to know what was the scoop. Hello. Fearless Fiona is back. I mean, she's out of the UK office, and I saw her in Germany, but literally a week later, she's sitting here in front of me, and ta-da, it's Taylor. Well, she was in on the meeting, because of course it has to be ta-da, it's Taylor. And I knew Kevin, keeper of the secret sauce at Ellison. He is the man behind the technology and the inventiveness, and he's the guy with the secret sauce at Ellison. And then lo and behold, Jen Long walks in too. See, I'm still sick. Jen Long walks in, and I'm like, Jen! So I had all 4 of them in front of me. It was a great meeting. It was a long meeting, and gosh, they brought treats, which, hello, way to my heart. And in fact, Kevin, because it was Valentine's Day, brought me this darling little gift basket, right? And inside it has coffee, and it has a drip in case I wanted to make my coffee via drip. It's got some lovely little See's candy in there. It's got this beautiful, beautiful devotion book. Oh, it's got, I mean, a little hand towel. It's just a little bit of happiness. So thank you to Ellison and Kevin for bringing me a Valentine's Day present. Boy, Mr. SMS saw that and he's like, better do something. And then Jen, you all know Jen Long. You know her designs with Ellison Physics. You know she's been with that company forever and ever and ever. And she can draw pretty. That's what Jen can do. She's thoughtful in her drawings, and she's able to, come up with ideas where there's moving pieces and parts, but she also can draw pretty. And I had done something, and she brought me a thank you card. What I need you to know is that this thank you card isn't stamped. It isn't stamped, it isn't stenciled, it's hand drawn. Now, when I say talent, I mean talent. Those letters are hand drawn. Those flowers are hand drawn. This is a Jen Long original, and I'm gonna frame it and put it by my desk, because she didn't just stamp this out. You can see in the detail of the letters that it was hand drawn just for me. So Jen, thank you so much. I really, really love it. Now, the meeting. What did we talk about in the meeting? So there was the niceties, the first 20 minutes of everybody saying, oh, good to see you, catching up in life. But then it got down to business. And I mean, it got down to business. I'm like, okay, why are you here? What are we doing? And they started showing me things that I can't tell you about. I can't even give you a hint. Those pesky little non-disclosure agreements always get in the way. But I got to play with some things. Jen whipped out her laptop and she said, this is what we're thinking, and this is where we're going, and what do you think about this, and how do you feel about that? And then Kevin and Jen bring out this little special something that they brought that does something that I went, psh. Now it's not going to be this year. It's not going to be. I saw a prototype of a prototype of a prototype. But the beautiful thing was, I'm looking at this item that they're showing me, and I bring out my Big Shot machine, and Kevin and I are like two peas in a pod. Our heads are together, and he's finishing my sentences, and I'm handing him what he needs before he even asks for it. And Jen is over there going, oh yeah, and we could do. And in the meantime, ta-da, it's Taylor is sitting at her laptop, feverishly typing notes, and Fearless Fiona's just going, So they show me this thing that I can't tell you about, but then I looked at it and I said, oh, but what if we do this? And Kevin looks at me and he goes, oh, we could do that. And then if we did that, we could do this. And I said, but if we do that, we could do this, 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 and this. And Fiona's going, huh? I see Fiona's eyes get really wide, like, okay. It was so funny. And Kevin and I, you put Kevin, keeper of the secret sauce, and I together with Jen, and it's just, we just bounce off of each other. And it's probably it is one of the most favorite parts of my job, where a manufacturer brings something to me and then lets me tell them what I think about it, whether I'm like, well, I would do this and I would change it this way, because if you do that, then we can use it for this, 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 and that. Before they ever start making the prototypes or the molds or anything, I get to put input in it, because I'm thinking like a crafter. I'm thinking like you. How would we get the most out of this? How could we tweak it to make it even better? And again, Fearless Fiona's over there, because let's be real, she's the money girl. She's the money girl, and she's the one who green lights things. And I think as we were talking and I was saying, okay, then we could do this and this. If you just change it this way, we'll be able to do all of these things. And I see her thinking, one tool, many, 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 many uses. So it was a wonderful meeting. It really was. And it was all about what's coming your way. Not this year. It won't happen this year. I know that. But next year. And is it worth the wait? What I saw, and if they modify it the way I want them to modify it, it's so worth the wait. It will be a game changer. Now, there's lots of things that have to happen before that happens, and it has to price out. I mean, they can't make a tool if it's going to cost you $80 for it, then nobody's going to buy it. It has to make sense, and it has to be able to do, like I said, multiple things, and we're just going to have to wait and see. But if this is where they're thinking for 2024 and beyond, sign me up. Come back. Let me play in your sandbox. So after it was all done, the next day, I sent Kevin a text, and I hope that you don't mind, Kevin, but I'm going to share the text that I sent you because I just am. So it was on Wednesday that I sent him a text, and I said, hey there, I just want to say how much fun I always have when I get to play in your sandbox. I love that you share your ideas with me, and then I'll let my imagination run wild on how I would use your creations. Just in case you don't already know, I'm thankful to have you as a friend. Business will come and go, but good people, well, you hang on to them. And then he wrote back, I get so much out of our conversations. It's rare to get with someone that knows so much about tools and the business. I look forward to our ideations. That word, just ideate. I'm like, can't we just say, you look forward to thinking about things? Our ideation times. I'm grateful for our friendship and our love of creativity. See you soon. The guy with the secret sauce. Oh. How lucky can a girl be to have a friend, to have friends that let her play with their new toys and then give her opinion, good and bad, because I said on some of the stuff, I said, nope, let's change it. Nope. But they were so receptive to that. So I'm hoping in 2024, I'll be able to share what it is. I'm hoping they'll let me launch the product. I don't know. We didn't talk about that, but I'm like, fingers crossed. And now that I know about it, I'm going to be like, poke. How's it going? How's it going? Do you have anything for me to look at yet? Can I play with anything yet? Poke. All right, so that was my meeting. It was a great meeting, and I think that you really are going to be looking forward to some fabulous, innovative tools coming out of Sizzix. I hope. Now this time next year, I might have to say, nope, never happened. But at least there's a chance, right? At least there's a chance this could happen. So for today I have Spellbinders, and it's the exact same story with Spellbinders. I went to them and I said, this is what I want. I want you to do something like this. Can you? And they thought, maybe. And we went back and forth, and I played with prototypes, and I got to have my input with them as well. They're so open to my suggestions. I'd love to see some of the stuff earlier, but that's okay. They're so open to my suggestions, and on this release, they absolutely let me kind of drive the train just a little bit on a few little things. And for that, I'm grateful, because I think when you see some of this, it's going to knock your socks off. This is a wow collection from Spellbinders. It's wow. And it is their first attempt at doing something like this. And Job well done. Job well done, Spellbinders, Nicole and Denzel and Robin and Kim and everybody there. Job, even Mark. Job well done, you guys. So I'm going to tilt down and we're going to get started for today. I have a little bit of this and a little bit of that. I'm not going to make anything. I've got the most beautiful samples to show you. But this is definitely going to be a technique-based class, and you're going to want to either write this YouTube number down, or if you do end up placing an order, which is entirely up to you, you'll want to put the YouTube number in the notes section of your order, because you will want to refer back to this class. Are you ready to see what Spellbinders has done for you? Oh, rock star. Okay, I'm going to tilt on down. We're going to get started for today. Show you some samples, and then we're going to move on. It's good to see everybody. Bye. All right, so let's just go on down and go on down and see how close I am. All right, I think that might be pretty good. I'm my own camera person, so I'm not so high tech. All right, so samples. I'm going to tell you, I made this card. I made this card in under, I don't know, 6 minutes, 5-6 minutes. Super cute. But then we have this card. Ooh, right? Beautiful, right? But then we have this card. Oh, isn't that fabulous? All right, you guys. Well, we're going to start at the beginning, and the beginning actually starts with embossing folders. You're like, wait, those didn't have embossing folders on it. I know, but we got to start somewhere. So I had reached out to Spellbinders, and I had said, I really, really want a stencil that will coordinate with an embossing folder. Now, this embossing folder has launched before. We happen to have never carried it, but this is not a new embossing folder. It is a 3D embossing folder, and it is big. It is 5.5 by 8.5 inches. It's a big embossing folder. Now, being that it's 5.5, that means it absolutely will go through your Big Shot, your Vagabond, your Big Shot Plus, your Big Shot Pro, your Switch, your Fold Away, your Platinum 6. It absolutely will go through all of those machines because it's only 5.5 inches wide, but you've got the length in it. It's 8.5 inches high, 8.5 inches high, which means hello slimline cards, hello mini slimline cards, hello 5x7 cards, everything you need, and it's 3-dimensional. So for this YouTube, I have 2 embossing folders like this. One that was pre-existing, and we've added a stencil to it, and then another that is a raindrop that is new. But for now, I'm going to play with this one. So let's open it up, take it out, and make some magic. For those of you who have not seen embossing folders before, it's a molded piece of plastic. You stick your paper inside, you close it up, you send it through a die cutting machine, and it forces an embossing. It is one of the most cost-effective ways to add texture and dimension to any kind of a project. You keep this embossing folder forever and ever and ever. It never goes bad. And that's a beautiful thing when you can buy a tool. And I want to say this one on sale is probably around $10. When you can spend $10 and 5 years later come back and it still works as good today as it did then. And this is such a universal, easy to use embossing folder with the dots. Piece of cake. So let's emboss it, because being that it is a 3D embossing folder, putting it through a Big Shot machine, there is a definite sandwich to it, meaning there's a definite layering of platforms. With your Sizzix machine, which we do sell online, we actually sell the Switch machine. We took over the exclusive US rights for the sorbet switch machine, which was at Hobby Lobby, and Hobby Lobby moved on and has expanded out into something else, and that made way for us to come in and get a switch machine in a color. Woot, 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 woot. But we also do sell a Big Shot machine in a starter kit where you get your Big Shot machine, you get your platforms, but then we've included lots of dies to go with it. So when you receive it, it's ready to go, and it is value priced. I think we have the best price on a kind of a starter kit than anybody else. We really tried to be competitive. So with your machine, you get a base platform. You also get a solo shim that allows you to do wafer dies. And because this is a 3D die or a 3D embossing folder, it does tell you how to do them on their base platform. But they are really talking about their 3D folders. And I'm going to tell you, there's no standardized embossing folder. Every manufacturer seems to make it a little bit different in the thickness. Spellbinders is going to be thinner than a Sizzix 3D embossing folder. Spellbinders might be thicker than a Lisa Horton 3D embossing folder. Everybody's is just a little bit different, and there is no standardized size. I can tell you that they do index their embossing folder so you know which way is facing up. And that can be very important if you're using double-sided paper and you want to be sure that the paper you see on your finished project is the paper that's facing up. You're always going to look for the name, and that tells you, oh, this side up. Now, with Sizzix, they tell you to use their base plate and just one clear plate. Well, mine's not so clear anymore. You can see we were playing. I don't know if any of that color gives you any idea what we were playing with, but we were playing. And Sizzix wants you, if this was a Sizzix folder, they'd want you to roll it on through. But see how easy that's going? I mean, it's like there's almost nothing there. I could almost just push it. In fact, let me go back just a little bit. I can almost, can you see the handle? I can almost just push it myself because it's not thick enough. So if this was a Sizzix 3D embossing folder, that platform, that sandwich would work just fine. But being that it's a Spellbinders, we're gonna have to play a little bit. The next most logical thing is to add the solo shim. So solo shim, embossing folder, plate. See, Kevin, look at that. I'm squaring it up. And send it on through. All right, there we go. Now it's a tight roll, that's for sure. And really, I think we're only going to need to go through once. Ooh, ready? Okay, there we go. And here you are. And look at the depth of that. Right? Pretty. Easy. Let's do it again. This time, I'm going to ink my folder. You're like, you're going to ink your folder? Well, no, let's do a plain one, and then I'll ink my folder. So I'm going to do another plain one because I want you to see apples to apples to apples. So I'm going to run it through, do a second one. I can already see I'm going to need more white paper today. And that's pretty much all we're going to be working with is white paper. Okay, roll it on through. Oh, I don't think I squared it up, Kevin. He always tells me, make sure you square up your platforms. So I'm going to back it out, square it up, and then we'll roll it through. There we go. Oh, yeah, better. So my platforms were at a slight angle, making it a little harder to roll through. Okay, perfect. So here's number 2. It's just a wash, rinse, and repeat of number 1. But if I want to color this, I can. I can certainly take my blending brushes, and I've pulled out just about every color of, I'm gonna start with the green. Pulled out every color of my Hero Arts cube inks that I own. And I can color. Now I do need to be extra careful if I don't want to get it underneath on the flat bottom portion. It's a little hard to do sometimes. And then let's play with some blue. So I can certainly color it this way. But see, I got in the middle. Yep, see, I got in the middle. I'll show you. And then maybe we'll just throw in some purple. Why not, right? Yep. All right, well, it'll be fine. All right, so I'm gonna leave it like that. So we can look at apples to apples to apples. So I've colored it and it looks fine, but it's kind of hard not to get in between the dots, the raised dots, because I'm working with a brush and brush has bristles and bristles are gonna wanna go to the lowest point. I would have to be super gentle to make sure that I don't get underneath. And it's almost impossible, like right there. I mean, it's almost impossible, but it looks nice. There's nothing wrong with it. It's fine. Let's go ahead and let's do another one. This time I'm gonna ink my folder up. So this time I'm gonna add ink directly to my folder, and I'm gonna start with my lightest color. And I'm gonna come in here and I'm just gonna ink, 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 ink. This is a water-based dye ink, so it's a dye-based ink, which means it'll just come right off my embossing folder with a baby wipe. I added a little green and now a little bit of aqua. You always need to start with your lightest color, because if you start with your darkest color, when you do add your light color, it'll just absorb right on into it. And yeah, we'll add a little bit of purple. Why not? Well, that's a lot of purple. Okay, not sure what we're gonna get. You never are sure what you're going to get when you do this technique. You put your paper in, you close it up, and you say, okay, who knows what it's gonna look like, but it'll be a surprise, and surprises are good. Send it on through. Square on up. And roll. Yes, there we go. So now on this side, I have my white dots. And on this side, the deboss side, my dots are colored in, but my dots are divoted. They're not raised, they're divoted because this is the deboss side. So it kind of is up to you on what it is you like. Let me wipe this off so you can see how easy it is. And being that it's a 3D embossing folder, the depth on the dots is insane. So just a very easy cleanup. Would I use a StazOn to do this? No, StazOn is meant for plastic and glass. So if I were to put StazOn on here or Stays in Place by Couture Creations, it would pretty much dry on there because that's what it's supposed to do. You need to use a dye-based ink because a dye-based ink is never going to dry on plastic. It allows it to stay wet long enough to make the transfer. So now I have plain, I have done with a brush, and I have done inside the embossing folder. But there's still one more way to go. Let's roll it through one more time. We still have one more option. Okay, hopefully I've got that clean enough. Bring over my Big Shot machine and send it on through. Whoop. Did I square up? I hope so. If not, we'll know soon enough. Oh yeah, rolling through fine. That little end. There we go. So now we're back to the beginning. Back to square one. But are we? Maybe not so much. This is where this little fabulous stencil comes in. I had asked them to do stencils for some of their embossing folders, and this is what we came up with. So I do have two. Now you can use this stencil all by itself. You don't have to use it with the embossing folder at all. But if you do, what do you get? You get a little bit of magic. I'm going to tape the paper down. So I went to several manufacturers and said, if you do embossing folders, I want the stencil to go with it. Yay! All right, so I've taped my paper down. Now I'm gonna line up my stencil, and it's kind of gonna click into place because those dots are raised. They're high, they're dimensional. So my stencil kind of clicks right into place and it won't move, but I'm going to tape it down as well. And then using the same colors, because why not, right? Do I want to tape the sides down? Maybe a little bit. Never hurts. I'm just using washi tape. And let's pull my green. And I can go in and stencil right on top of the dots. Now I'm not pressing so hard that I'm going to lose my dimension. And I want some highs and some lows in my color. I don't want it to be the same all the way through. And I think I'm just going to put a little bit of green everywhere. That way, if I don't quite color with the other two colors. If I miss a little spot, at least my paper won't be stark white. It'll always have that, just that subtle hint of green going on. Okay, so green done. Now I don't have to layer anything. I'm just gonna blend my colors. Blue, please. And I'm just gonna throw some of my blue. I don't wanna cover up all my green, but I do wanna add some pretty blue. All right. Purple, please. I think that's enough purple. And then for good measure, I can come back with my blue or my green if I want to just hit it a little bit more. And kind of cement those colors into each other. Kind of warm them up a little bit. So pretty. And I haven't made a mess. Okay, I think that's good. Call it done. Now let's pick it all up. And let's see what I get. Oh, wait. Come back. Let's see what I get. A perfectly stenciled embossing folder. Hits all the high dots without getting anywhere in between. Adding that stencil gives you the opportunity to do more with your embossing folder. And you may already own this Spellbinders embossing folder. It's the first time we're having it. It's the first time it's here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. So if you already own it, you are going to want to get the coordinating stencil without question. Absolutely. And if not, you may want to get the two of them together. And actually we threw it in with this cute little, you'll see on the samples, it's called Sending Paper Hugs, this cute little sentiment die, so that you can start creating the minute you get it. You can die, or you can emboss, you can stencil, and you can put a sentiment right over the top. You can just emboss and sentiment, you can stencil and sentiment. You have your choice. But I think the overall look gives you something that is definitely unique. So we started here. Remember, just plain. Then we went here where I just kind of put my brushes over it, but you can see how it got in the middle, and that's okay. That might make your heart happy. And then we went here where we actually inked the embossing folder, and we finished here. I don't know which one I like more. I'm not 100% sure. I think they all look pretty amazing. And let's say if I was to take, what color do I want? Is that an envelope? Yeah, that's an envelope. let's pull some card. Let's see if that's a good card base for this one. Or maybe the navy. I don't know, that might not be so bad. So this is a Sizzix card base that I grabbed. A little bit lower. Oh, I like this side, a little bit lower. And if you can imagine that out of one piece, I can get 2 cards. Almost. So close. Oh, there we go. Better. Put a sentiment on it and call it done. It can be that simple. And because you've used the stencil, your dots are just, they're perfect. They're just perfect. Okay, I love that. And I think I'll take this one and put this one on there. Bam, done. You decide. Plain, embossed and then inked with brushes, straight to the embossing folder and then sent through your machine, or using the stencil to be so precise. Bam. You would do a better job of taping. Put a sentiment on it and call it good. And because it's such a simple pattern, Swiss dots, they're just dots. You can make it bright, you can make it sunshiny, you can make it masculine. Oh, I almost put it on upside down. Well, it wouldn't have been, it's a dot, so it's okay, it'll be fine. All right, so out of 1, I was able to get 2 without any problem. What if I took, how about we bring it back? And I do, this is the one I put through the first time. I'm not gonna clean this. I'm just gonna let it be. And what if we tape it down? Tape it down and tape it down. And let me zoom on in a little bit and down just a little bit. No, I guess it's up. There we go. And let's bring my stencil back. And I'm not going to clean my stencil. I'm just going to let that color be. And again, it's going to kind of click into place because those dots, those embossed dots are raised up. So the stencil's fitting right around it. And the stencil is so, you know, it's plastic. It's thin. It's wonderful. So it allows you to just click into place, tape down, and go. But what if I wanted something a little more masculine? What if I brought over my black and I did maybe I'll do half and half. What if we did half and half? How about I start with like a soft gray? And I come in here, and I didn't clean my stencil. I'm just gonna let it be. And I'm only gonna go halfway because we're gonna do 2 cards. I come in here with a little bit of a soft gray. And then maybe a little bit of a, did we like the blue? A little bit of that blue. And then maybe come back with some black. Ooh, black. So I've got some definition. So I'm adding the colors, and as I add the colors, because they're not all the same, and because I'm not putting the same saturation of color, the same intensity of color, there's gonna be some highs and lows that allow your eye to draw into. Oh, Stacy. So I put my blue and my black, but I'll be okay with it. All right, what do we think? Good enough? Kind of masculine. Now let's do down here. What do we want to start with? How about we keep with the soft gray? Let's just keep the soft gray, only we're going to make this one a little girly. So I'm going to put my black away because I don't think I want to use my black, but I do want to do, I'm going to do just a really soft gray, just because I don't want that white to poke through. If I miss something with another color and I've started my base color all the way across, I know that every place has got a little bit of a soft gray to it. All right, soft gray. Now, what if we go with pink? Ooh. How about some pink? Put my blue away because I'm not going to use my blue. But some light pink. And then I think I'm going to hit it with a really, really ultra pink, the wow pink, the holy smokes artichokes of pink. So I've got some light pink, some dark pink, and that soft gray. I'm gonna call it done. Let's lift up and see what we got. What do you think? You have options. Oodles and oodles of options with this. So let's kind of snip it. And I've got great cards, right? Oh yeah, that looks good. I'm happy with that. Snip it on down. And I've got that perfect look. Oh, yeah. Just go zoop. Sound effects required. Sorry, I don't use a trimmer. I'm a freehander. No, my freehands are not perfect, but neither am I. And this is all handmade. So I'm okay with a little bit of wonk. Little wonky just means that I really put my heart into it. I mean, we're talking perfect guy card right there. It's all about your color choice. And you can feel, you can hear the dimension. You can see it, you can feel it, you can hear it. It's got the texture that when somebody picks it up, it's not just flat, it's a little bit of happiness, and the easiest way to color. I think every embossing folder should have a coordinating stencil. And I have preached that to anybody and everybody who will listen to me. Why not? We have the capability, we have the tools. One. I think this might be the right. No, too rosy. How about this one? I've grabbed about every color of Sizzix card bases they make. Oh, yeah. Okay, I can do that. All right, so new from Spellbinders. They've taken an existing embossing folder and made a stencil to go with it. I'm hoping that we will be able to continue that trend and maybe even go back and do a few more of the existing embossing folders. And then I have a cute little rain embossing folder, Raindrops, that also has a matching stencil. But I think visually for class, this would be the easiest for you to see because it's got a bigger, the embossing is a little bit bigger than the raindrops. The raindrops are darling. And I've got oodles of samples made with them. Oh, Stacy, last minute moved it. Can you get it back up? Ooh, quick, 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 before it sets. Yeah, well, I tore it. Okay. Stacy tape is definitely strong. If nothing else, it holds. So in no time at all, do double, whether you split them in two, or you literally do two different colors on one, or you go back and you do it this way. The whole point is with that stencil, you've added another element, another way of using the embossing folder. And if you just want to use the stencil, you have that opportunity too. Now the raindrop one is here. I'll show it to you. I'm not going to work with it. And we have the raindrop at a 3D embossing folder. And then we have the cute little raindrops as the stencils that click right into it. And then we added, as the bundle, we added the cute little umbrella with the rainbow, and then a matching stamp. So these are all going to be sold open stock or in the bundle. You choose what works best for you. My favorite is definitely the dots, and I love the sentiment that goes with it, the sending paper hugs. I think that's just absolutely darling. So this is where we've started today. time to move on. You're like, move on? Yeah, move on. Next thing I want to show you is their layering stencils. They did layering stencils and they're beautiful. There is 4 layers in each set. There's hello, for you, make a wish, and thank you. So there's 4 individual sets. In each set, you have the 4 individual stencils. And you have a mask. Please don't throw the mask away. There's reason for the mask. The mask lets you cover things up, cover the hello up and do other things with it. So please hold on to your mask and don't lose it. Now, how do these work? They're as easy as pie. They truly are. And I think that they've done the little corners so that you can use them as registration marks. I do tabs outside. They did the little corners. I'm going to start with the background. And I'm going to grab a piece of paper and we're going to go. So I've got my hello and I need to tape it down. It is a stencil, so you do need to tape it down. Okay, hello. Don't need that. And just for good measure, I'll do all 4 sides. And I'm going to start with my lightest color because this stencil is the one with the biggest opening. It's your background, it's your starter, it's where you're going to begin. And I want to always use my lightest color when doing this stencil. So let's grab, how about a yellow? And let's see, do I love this yellow? That's a pretty yellow. Yes, I love this yellow. This is a butter bar. And excuse me, hold on just a second. Every now and then it just sneaks up on me. I'm going to go through, and even though it has the hello here and all these flowers and leaves, I'm going to stencil the whole thing in one color. We're going to just go all one color. All one color, the leaves, the flowers, all of it. All right, so I think that looks good. It all has a shade of yellow, some a little darker, some a little lighter. And I suppose I could come up here and maybe just do my corners just so it's easy for me to register. So I did my corners. That way I know when I bring my next stencil, I just line it up with those. So let's open it up. And I've got a super soft stencil that doesn't look like much yet. Now let's take the second stencil, which is the more detailed hello. Can you see that this has got way more detail than this one? This one's way open, and this one's a little more detailed. So let's put this one on, line it up with my corners. I think that looks good. And tape it down. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So I'm going to pick a different color. How about orange? Ooh, maybe pink. Pink, orange, pink, orange. Maybe pink? I don't know, we'll see. We'll come back. Orange. And the same thing, even though there's white and there's yellow. So there's open space where the card is, or the white cardstock is coming through, but there's also open space where the yellow is. I'm going straight on top. And I'm going to layer that color right on top. So where it was open and the cardstock was underneath is getting orange, and where it was open and there was already inked yellow underneath, it's getting orange. So you've got Kim and Robin and Josie and Nicole and Denzel all at Spellbinders, and Mark working on these. Oh, I moved that one a little too much. All right. So there we go. I moved my O a little too much, but we'll be okay with it. So let's pull up. And now I've got a little bit of yellow and a little bit of orange. And then we go to our next stencil. And I think the next stencil I'm going to do is the shadow. So this is a shadow stencil. And you can see the hello, but it's going to act as a shadow. And I'm going to line it up. And I think that looks pretty good. And tape it down. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And what color should we do in the shadow? How about the navy? The navy. Let's get a dark blue. And again, I'm not going to worry that, okay, there's some flowers up here and there's some flowers over here. I'm doing the whole thing in the navy. The whole thing. And anywhere there's an opening, whether it has orange or yellow or just the white cardstock, is now getting hit with this navy blue. Every place that's open. The centers of the flowers, all of it. And it just depends upon how dark I want that color to be. But because it's a shadow, I'm going a little heavier. Okay, what do you think? Yeah? Are you starting to see it? Are you starting to see it? Right. And then my last stencil. That is just the final little touches. Just the final little oohs and ahs just to pull everything together. And that I am gonna do in my bright pink. Yay. So, zoop. I need some more washi tape. Now I didn't pull the washi tape on the other ones off because I may go back and do them again. I'm gonna line this up. And go in. Tape down. And I'm gonna do pink over everything. So this is the easiest way to do these if you just use 4 colors and you just let it be. And everywhere that is open or has orange or has maybe blue coming through it, I'm now hitting with my ultra pink, my pink. So it's not about taking each individual element, each individual flower, and doing them on their own. It's about taking 4 colors, starting with your lightest color, and then a little darker, and then your shadow in a nice, rich, happy color, and then coming back over the top to just finish it all off. Okay, are you ready? Because it is pretty darn amazing. The reveal never gets old. I used 4 distinct colors and made a beautiful hello. Hello, how are you? I'm doing good today. I'm better now that I have this. Hello. Who wouldn't love this? And again, it's just stenciling. It doesn't have to be difficult. Let's go one more time, and I'm gonna go faster. Faster. And I'm gonna use the hello. And I'm gonna go faster, because we're just gonna go bing, bang, boom, and I'm not even gonna clean my stencils, so who knows what we're gonna get, but we're gonna get what we get, and we don't pitch a fit, because it's creative. And the colors, no matter what colors you seem to use, they all just seem to work together seamlessly. How about I use a little bit of mint? Let's see what color my mint is. Well, we're gonna go for it. So I'm pulling some of the yellow that was already on my stencil. I'm using a little bit of mint. And I'm doing the whole thing. And just like that, bam, I'm done. Move on. Well, let's get my corners because I need to know where to put it. That's an important thing, not to forget your corners. Registration is a key element to layering stencils. If you don't, and when I say registration, I mean the ability to line up. If I don't put some kind of color on my corners, my next stencil is not going to line up as easy peasy as I want it. Hello, there's my base. Okay, moving on. Let's go to my number 2. Number 2. Well, that didn't sound good. I don't know if any of you heard that, but that didn't sound so great. Line it up. Just match my corners. And now maybe I use a pink. Have no idea what this is going to look like, but the beautiful thing is it's only white paper. That's all I'm using. If I don't like it, I turn it around and do it again. Only white paper. So let's grab let's grab cotton candy. Let's see if that's going to be. Get some pink in here, and it's kind of blending with the orange because I didn't clean my stencil. You're like, I don't know about the pink and green. I don't know either, but that's why we do this together. You got to take risks in life, and if you can't take risks on white paper, when can you take a risk, right? Okay. Let's see what we got. Oh, I'm not angry at that. I'm not mad at that. And then let's come in and let's do the shadow. And line it up. That looks pretty good. And maybe we do, oh, I don't know. What do we want to do? Maybe we do the blue? Or what about this green? What about this green? What green is this? What's this? I'm wondering if that's going to be too close to the mint, but you never know. So away we go. I'm mixing a little bit of the blue in because I had the blue on my stencil. Any place that's open, whether it had a color underneath it or not, I'm changing the color. I think I might have chose right. Up. Okay, and our last one. Ooh, okay, that's going to be the most detailed die, which is right here. The most detailed die. Line it up. And what if I go with raspberry jam? You think raspberry jam? And in no time at all, you've created a beautiful, beautiful front to your card, or a beautiful tag for your gift bag, or a beautiful sentiment for your scrapbooking pages, or, okay. I threw some pretty funky colors in here. Pretty funky colors, you have to agree. I used a mint, I used an aqua, I used a super light pink, and I used a raspberry jam. Maybe not necessarily your go-to colors for everything, but let's see what we got. Wahahaha. To me, it never gets old. I love these. Love these, love these. All right, so we did 2. Put my hello right there so I don't lose it. We did 2. And just as easy. That works. Just as easy as ABC. Let's see if that's good enough. Almost a little more off the bottom and the top. Take a little bit off the top. And just as easy as that. Done. Right? You can do this. If you are the newest crafter and you've never done anything like this before, you can do this. This is achievable by everybody. But we're not done. No, we're going to move to the next word. I'm going to mount these. Could you imagine making somebody 4 or 5 cards like this so that they can then give them as a gift? Can you imagine making these for your church or your synagogue or the senior center, so that when somebody new comes, you've made a bunch of cards for them to the senior center or your church or your synagogue or your Girl Scout troop. They're ready to go to, and you just have everybody sign it. It's just white paper, and the ink is up to you. What ink do you already own? What ink do you own? Use it, pull it out, mix it, match it. You may have Tim Holtz Distress inks. You may have some Memento inks. You may have some Hero Arts inks, and you may have, gosh, who else makes inks? Everybody makes inks. You mix and match. Don't worry about who manufactures it. Pick the colors you're looking for and make them work. Do you have to buy all your inks from one manufacturer? No. Dye ink is dye ink is dye ink. Pick the colors that make your heart happy, regardless of who manufactures it, because not every manufacturer has the same colors. That is for sure. Tim makes some fabulous colors, but maybe he doesn't make your most favorite yellow. And Hero Arts makes some beautiful reds, but maybe they don't make your most favorite orange. What do you think? How do you feel about these? Can you see how just taking 4 colors of ink can change everything? But we're not done. Let's move on. Okay, so far, we played with the embossing folder that allowed us to stencil. Ooh. And then we played with layering stencils that give us an opportunity to be creative, yet totally different. Now let's move on to, let's go look at the, how about the For You? How about we play with the For You? So same thing, 4 stencils, same concept. Absolutely has the mask. And 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess it depends upon how you wanna layer them. I think everybody's probably gonna layer them a little differently. I always start with the biggest one. There's For You. There's For You. There's For You. And then there's For You. All right. So let's go ahead and let's do this one. Ooh, not Stacy tape. That would not be good. Some washi tape. Put it down. And let's pick some colors. How about a pretty lime green? And just oh so soft. Oh so soft. Okay, I'm good. One down. Move to the next one. Bring our For You. Oh, Stacy, I didn't do my corners. Without my corners, it's going to be hard to line it up. So let's get a corner here. Bring my ink back. Corner here. Corner here. Corner here. Corner here. Okay, I don't know why I added more, but I just did. Why not? But now my corners are there. Okay, next stencil. Keep this one here. For You. Now I can line it up. Okay, and I think I'm going to stick with the green. I'm going to actually stick with the same green, and I'm going to do a tone on tone and see what I get. Put it down. And down. Down and down. So now I'm going to do tone on tone. So I'm going to keep with the same lime green, and I'm just going to go as heavy as I can go with it. I'm going to make it as dark as I can make it. As dark as I can go. I'm going to increase that saturation. And what I mean by saturation is how much ink I put on. You can see here I went really light in that first coat, but here I'm really adding the ink. I'm adding saturation to it. And of course the colors are going to go well together because it is the exact same color. Is it enough of a contrast? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. It might be very subtle. Subtle might be very beautiful. But if you're limited into what kind of inks you have and how many colors you have, don't feel that you're going to be left behind. It's all about the saturation, the intensity of the color. So I think that's pretty good. What do you think? You think that's pretty dark? So now you can clearly see, same color green, and yet I was able to achieve two different colors with one ink pad. Okay, so let's go there. And, oh, this one didn't pop out. And that one didn't pop out. All right, let's put it back on. There was a couple of them that the little stencil pieces hadn't popped out yet. Let's put it back on. Line it up, line it up. I had just this little stencil piece that didn't pop out. Let's go ahead and do it. Okay, done. Now our next color, or our next stencil. What stencil do I want next? So at this point, you really do have your choice, whether you do the shadow one first and then the fine layer detail, or the fine layer detail and then the shadow. It really is kind of up to you. And what if I went in here and so this time I reversed it. This time I'm doing the fine for you, the fine detail of that word first, and then I'll come back and do the shadow. Okay, what color do I want? Or do I want a couple colors? Maybe this is where I take that mask and I cover up my For You, because I want to do my flowers in one color, but I don't want to do my For You in that color. Maybe this is that point where I take that mask that you're not gonna throw away. No, this is the reason you have it. Oh, no, I want washi tape, Stacy. Because you're able to put it on top of the green. Cover that up, and now I can come around and do all of this in one color. And what color do I want to do this in? Oh, how about orchid? Let's see what we get with orchid. And see how by having that mask there, I'm not changing the color of my For You. They gave you that mask for a reason. All right, let's take that mask off. My For You is still green, but all the way around it, I've now added the purple. Now, if I want to go back in there and I want to add a color, a different color on top of that, I can do that. But do I? I don't know if I do or not. So this is where I'm at right now. This is where I'm at. What if we add a little bit of the blue maybe? On top of that For You. So I'm adding that third layer. Just to darken it up a little bit. And now I can take the shadow and put it down. Okay, I look pretty well lined up. And I think with that blue, since I've got it out, I'm going to keep it super soft. Super soft as that shadow. Super soft, super soft. I've been going really dark with the shadow before, and this time I'm going to keep it easy peasy, super soft. For you. Not bad, but it gets better. Not only did they do layering stencils, they did the matching die to go with it. You're like, what? They did the matching die. So let's do one more For You. That way I have one that I can die cut and one that I keep the way it is. And I'm not going to clean my stencils, so we're going to get what we get. I'm going to go all the way back to the beginning. I'm going to just do a super soft red. I know there's green on there. It'll probably pick up some of the green. I'm going to have to be okay with that. super, super soft red. So I'm tapping off my color. So I put it on, and to make sure I keep that color super soft, I'm tapping off some of my color. And I'm just gonna go in here in super, super soft red. Super, super soft. Okay, done. First color down. Second color. Here. Stacy. Y'all need to talk louder. I didn't hear you. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully I'm close. But it's only white paper. Okay, second stencil. Line it up. And maybe we go in with a yellow. Red. Yellow. Oh, it's going to have a little green because I got green on here. So a yellowy green because I didn't clean my stencil. Okay, so this will be a very interesting color combination. It's almost fluorescent. Oh, very interesting color combination, but we're gonna keep going. You can't give up until you're done. And then we'll go back to our detail. And with my detail, I'm going to go back to that red. And I'm going to go heavy, heavy, heavy red. Saturated, saturated, saturated red. I'm going to get this red as nice and dark and robust. It's grabbing a little bit of that purple because there's purple on here. All right. Oh, I'm not angry at that. I actually think that looks good. Who knew? And then my last color. Oh, I don't know what to do for this last color, which is my shadow. Any suggestions from you? Come on. How about well, it's gonna give me a green, I know that, but I'm gonna do a yellow anyway, or maybe an orange. Ooh, how about orange? All right. All right, let's see what we got. And then we're going to cut it. I'm not so sure about the orange. I'm not so sure about the orange. What if we change the orange? Change the orange? Yeah, let's change the orange. How about we go something a little darker and we'll put a new color in there. How about navy? You think navy will be dark enough to cover that orange? I'm not, so I'm going to show it to you one more time because I'm like, meh. It's okay. I think we can maybe do better. We'll have to go with something a little darker. Trying not to make mud. But like I said, it's white paper. It has two sides. If I'm not crazy about it, I can flip it over and try again. I think I'm going to add a little bit of this antique and see what that does. Okay, well, let's see if it's any better. And if not, well, I don't edit my videos, so we get what we get and we don't pitch a fit. Oh yeah, okay, I'm happier with that. I like that much better. We just fixed it. Poof, right? We just fixed it. Oh, I like that very much, actually. I'm good with that. So now we've done For You twice. Here's my first one. I like how dark that is. What if I just happen to fix this one too? You're like, really? Yes, really. What if I just happen to fix, what if I want to fix this one too? I'm going to use that dark navy. I like that dark navy. That looks really good. So let's grab that dark navy again. Hello, dark navy. And I'm just going to do the For You in the dark navy. So I guess this shows you that you can always go back. As long as you're going darker in your color, you can always change it. Now, I'm not changing the flowers or anything like that. I'm just doing the For You. Oh, yeah. Look at how much more striking that is. Okay, I'm good. So I've got those two now. Ready to go. And then there's the die. Because they made a die to go with each set. So here, open it up. Not only does it have it for the sentiment, but you've got a couple extras if you want to pop some of your flowers. All right, well, we'll just open it that way then. And that is going to line up. Just like that. So let's die cut this out. I'll leave this one the way it is. And And I'm going to die cut this one out. Trim down my paper just a little bit because we don't need that much. I'm actually not mad at this one at all. I like that one. That made my heart happy. I'm glad I went back in there and changed it. I'm going to bring over my machine, and then up to me. I can either use my base platform with my solo shim. I'll need a cut plate, although that's a do not cut, that looks like. Let's see. Put that one down, and then I can line it up and send it on through. You may want to put a little bit of washi tape down to hold it in place, because right now it's going to move. So if you don't put a little bit of Post-it note or washi tape to hold that in place, hold the die in place, it will move, and you need it to stay where you've put it. So your opportunity is either something like this, which I just moved it when I did that, but something like this, and then put your top plate on and send it through. Or your other opportunity is a magnetic platform from Sizzix. It does not come with the machine. It can be viewed sometimes more as a want than a need, but if you are stamping and die cutting, it is a need without question. The magnetic platform takes the place of a base plate and a solo shim. So this one piece here is the same as these two here. You're like, well, then why do I need it? Because it is magnetic. So I put my cut plate right on there and bring over my For You. I line it up to where it makes my heart happy. And then it doesn't move. It's held magnetically down in place. So the chances of it slipping and moving have been minimized greatly. And then I can send it on through. And I've now cut it out. Now I have the opportunity to go in and trim this out. Let's see how close I am. Well, the sides are good. A little off the top and a little off the bottom. Okay. So I've got there. I can tape that in place. You would do a better job of taping. I'm just trying to get this down for you. So here I am. And then I can take foam tape. I've got Sizzix foam tape here. And I can pop this up. Now, if I want it to be more dimensional, I just double my foam tape. So I've got 3 pieces there. Pull off my liner to expose the sticky. And I can put it down just like this, and it will have some dimension. It'll have dimension, but if I want even more dimension, I put a second piece of foam tape on top. So it will really pop. Sticky, sticky, sticky. But isn't that what you want adhesive to be? If you're using scissors, I would get, I use the titanium nonstick scissors from Westcott. I'll tell you, usually Sam's Club or Costco sometimes will have a pack of them for a very inexpensive price. Westcott scissors are excellent scissors, and if you can get them at a Sam's Club or a Costco, when they have, usually they have a 3 or 5 pack and you get a couple different sizes, and the price was crazy. It was like $16. Okay, come on, liner off, please. Ah. There we go. There we go. And then I can just pop it right back in the middle. And now I've got a dimensional. And because I used a colored card base, you see the blue from the card base underneath it as opposed to white, which just adds another layer of dimension because now you've got that blue acting as a shadow as well. And I put it on upside down. Holy, no, yes, I did. Okay, well then, no, we are not even going to attempt to do that. Not even a little bit. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we're just gonna make it better. Like, really? I told you I was gonna do that. So how do we fix our mistake? We just fix it. I'm gonna trim this blue down a little bit. Ooh, that's really trimmed down, but that's okay. Away we go. Almost non-existent. Oh, I can't believe I did that. It was so pretty on the blue. But where there's a will, there's a way. I'm not going to throw away this. I'll use that as a mat for something else. Where there's a will, there is a way. No, don't like that. Okay, I'm not too upset with that. Let's make sure I open it properly. So I just trimmed the blue down. I left a little bit of a blue. There's a little bit of a blue border, but we're just gonna fix it. Fix, fix, fix. I didn't want to cut off all the blue because it acts as a mat. So why would I want to get rid of it? It's just another layer, just another mat. And I'll keep the other half and use this as a mat somewhere. Bam! Fixed. And of course I still have this one. Now maybe you just want to use the for you. Maybe you don't want all the extras. It's up to you. You decide. You have the option. You have the choice. Maybe we just come in here and die cut that out. I have a thought. So I'm going to trim this out and die cut this out. I'm on my magnetic platform, so it doesn't move. Send it on through. It's an open frame die, so really just one roll will do it. You don't need any more than that. It should pop right on out. Bam. I don't know what I'll do with this. I suppose I could take some of the little dies and get some of these out because it comes with the dies to get these little guys out. Maybe. But what if I take this and this? Because remember, I had a happy accident leaving me with this mat. And let's cut this way down. Ooh, it might look good on that green too. Oh, I might like it on the, do we like it on the green? Or do we like it on the red? Top and the bottom down just a little bit more. Or do we like it on the green? I think I like it on the green. You all are saying, no, red, Stacy, red. And I'm saying, I don't know. So I'm going to tape this to that. And we just made a happy accident. Told you I would keep this and use it. Didn't know I was going to do it right now. But like I said, my videos are non-scripted, non-edited, and you need to see that a little oopsie doesn't mean the end. It means just figure it out. We're creative. That's what we do. We do this as a hobby because we enjoy making things, and we enjoy making people happy, and they're happy when they get something handmade. Boom. Boom. Spellbinders gives you the option to keep it super simple or take it up a notch. When you have stencils that are sentiments that then allow you to die cut them out. That's a good guy card. Okay, I'm happy. Can you tell? It doesn't take much to make my heart happy. It really doesn't. Just being able to sit and play and fix a oopsie, that makes my heart happy. And I took that white and backed the blue and the white so it had a little bit of a standout against the green. And do I want to pop it? Do I not want to pop it? It can be as easy as that. Done. And I didn't even use all the little extra pieces to go around it. I could if I want to, but I wanted to use that blue piece because I accidentally made an oopsie. All right, so where's the other one? Hello, I know you're here somewhere. Where'd I put the other card? Well, it's here somewhere and it looked great, right? No, that's not it. No, no. Did I throw it over here? Was this it for you? Oh yeah, here it is. I was looking for a blue card, but I forgot I made a mistake. All right, options. 2 totally different people. Your boss at work, your best friend. Your husband's golfing partner for his birthday? The lady who does your hair? I don't know. Totally different look. All changed by the colors that you use. All right. Let's move on. I think the last one I'll do is the Make-A-Wish. So I've got 4 stencils to make the wish. I've got the mask in case I want to use it. And I might, I don't know, we'll see. I've got some white paper. And here's my big Make-A-Wish. So that's my first one because it's got the most opening. That's my background. So that's where I'm going to start. I've got my die to cut it out. I'm going to put my mask down. And a little bit more washi tape. Okay, so there's Make-A-Wish, and then Make-A-Wish on top, and then Make-A-Wish on top, and then last but not least. So I think this time I'll start with one color and I'll do the whole thing in one color. And I think I'll start with a yellow. Let's do that super bright yellow. Hello, super bright yellow. Oh yeah, that's a happy yellow. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to do the whole thing in my happy, happy yellow. Okay, easy peasy. Take it off. Move over to my next one, which is my Make-A-Wish that's Not quite as, Stacy, see? Line it back on up. Get my corners. Okay, now my next one. Line it on up. And let's put down my washi tape. And maybe this time maybe I want my bubbles, my little bubbles in one color. Nope. And my Make-A-Wish in another. I'll just go ahead and tear it this time. Put it through. Shoop. So what if I took my Make-A-Wish mask and I lay it over the top? I kind of washi it in place. And maybe I do those bubbles in a really rich green. Is that the green I want? Or do I want Forever Green? Oh, nope, I don't want Forever Green. Forever Green is a little too mossy. So let's go back to our emerald green. I want all my bubbles in that emerald green. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now I can take my mask off, and my Make-A-Wish is still in yellow. But I want to come in here and do something with that, but I don't want to affect my emerald green. What am I going to do? Well, you have a couple options. You can either come in with some Post-it notes and kind of posty around so that you don't get all your emerald green dotties. Come in and Post-it note all the way around and kind of mask off those dots. Oh, are you not going to stick down? Washi tape them. Let's washi tape down because I don't want to get my green dots with another color. I could almost come in here with just washi tape because the dots are so small. Stacy. Peel, peel, peel. And just push some washi tape around it and cover them up. So if you've never masked before, that's what we're doing. We don't want to lose that green. I don't want to add another color on top of it and morph it into a different color. I want to keep it in that green that it is. But I want to change that or add to my Make-A-Wish because I have that stencil opportunity right there. So I'm just going to cover up my little dots. If you were doing this with the florals, you could go in there and cover it up so that you are able to be specific about where you put your color. All right, I think that's good. So I washi taped around the whole darn thing, covered up all my little dots. And what color do I want to do that Make-A-Wish? How about a pale tomato? How about a pale tomato? Hello, pale tomato. Cover up that dot. Come in, add my color. And keep my green bubbles green. Now I'm kind of spouncing this because I don't want to get too much of that green mixed in with my red. So I'm kind of spouncing it in there as opposed to blending it. Okay. So now I should have yellow, green, and red. Yellow, green, and red. And I go to my next layer, which is I can make it my top layer, my Make-A-Wish. And do the same thing. Let's put it down. Line it up. I think that looks good. And let's put it down. So again, it's up to me. Maybe I want to take and cover up some of my dots. Maybe whatever color I put on top of Make-A-Wish, I don't want it to be. Maybe I don't want to use a Make-A-Wish. Maybe I want to leave it without that fine detail at all. I can bring the mask back and cover it right back up again. Here, I could bring in my mask back, cover that right back up again so that I don't even use that fine detail. Because right now I'm going to put a very fine detail stencil right in the middle of that Make-A-Wish. But I don't want all my dots to be that color, whatever color that is. So I can come in and I can just kind of cover up some of my dots. and mask them off to make them whatever color I want them to be. Try this one. Just cover them up. Okay, so I'm going to leave some of the dots in the color that I'm going to do the Make-A-Wish in, and I'm going to come back and do another color on the other ones. Let's see what we get. So what color do we want the Make-A-Wish? So we do it in the blue. And anywhere I haven't put that washi tape down, my blue is filling in those little dots and adding that final detail to that Make-A-Wish sentiment. A little washi tape, a little Post-it note. Okay. Now I'm going to peel all that little washi tape off. Goodbye, washi tape. Exposing all those dots I didn't do. Goodbye, washi tape. Goodbye, washi tape. And maybe for these, I come in and I do a little bit of the red because I didn't want too much red. I wanted a little bit of the red. Look at how cute these are. Take off my washi tape. Goodbye, washi tape. Goodbye, washi tape. I could have taken glue, Essentials glue, and hit these dots with glue and then glittered them. I could have hit it with Versamark and then embossed them. And I could have done them in all the different colors with embossing powder or glitter by masking them off. So now I have some red dots, I have some yellow dots, I have some blue dots. Let's see where we are. How cute is that, right? So now I've got green and blue, but I don't have green anywhere else. Now I can leave it like this, or I can do my final layer, which is the shadow. No, not that way. No, not that way. No, not that way. Wait a minute, there's the H. Okay, that way. Okay, and let's put it down. And what do I want to do for my final shadow layer? And what do I want to do for my final little dots? Oh, decisions, right? So let's look at it one more time. What do you think? Maybe orange dots? Maybe an orange? Yeah, how about orange? We were like all kind of primary, sorta. Okay, let's grab the orange. This is my blue. This is my red. This is my orange. And because my stencil's clean, I'm getting a nice, really pretty orange. So the only place I have the green is where I covered up my dots, or covered up my Make-A-Wish with the mask so that I could add an additional color. Isn't that super fun? Love that. It's so cute. It's so fun. Let's see, what if I did one? I'm not going to clean my stencils, which means it's going to get dirty, but that's okay. They're not going to be the true colors that they were, but that's okay. And what if I did this one? And the pink, gray, it's bouncing off over here, so I want to keep it nice and light. Oh, but I don't want gray dots. No, I don't want gray dots. So let's mask off some of my dots. Two, three. I'll have some of my dots in gray, but not all of them. Okay, so I've got some of my dots in gray, but certainly not all of them. So now let's do gray. And I just covered them up. Just covered them up. No, don't want that one. So some of my dots in gray, but not all of them. All right, let's pull off all my little washi tapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All my little washi tapes off. And let's put my mask on because I don't want to mess up that gray. Love that gray. Okay, all washi tapes off. Make-A-Wish mask on. And I'm not going to worry so much about the gray dots that I've already done. I just want to cover them up a little bit. And what color do we want to use? How about pink? Like pink. How about bubblegum pink? Okay, bubblegum pink it is. So now I've got gray and pink dots. And I've masked off my Make-A-Wish. All right, there I am. That's the beginnings. Let's move along. Let's do my next Make-A-Wish. Do I want to mask off the dots or do I want to do the dots? Let's pull all my washi tape off. And I'll do all the dots. I'm just going to take all my washi tape off. And you can see the stencil's hardy enough that it's not going to tear, it's not going to rip. I got washi tape all over my hands. So we started super simple. Remember, way back in the back, we were just doing the same color. We were using 4 colors. Now we're getting a little more tricky with it. Of course, I didn't center it, but that's okay. I didn't do my little I'm gonna come. Am I close? Let's get some pink on here. Okay, there we go. Now, line it up and let's see what we do. Washi tape and tape it down. And I think I'm going to do these in pink too. I think I'm just going to do this whole thing in pink. I'll have a little bit of green going on because I didn't clean my stencil. So more pink dots. Okay. Make a wish, and then maybe we come in on the top one. And we do it in black. Let's see, pink, pink, grab a black, and let's see what we've got. Orange, orange, black. I'm even gonna do my dots in black. Okay, that looks good to me. Woo, I like it. And then my shadow. Okay, there's my H. My shadow. Maybe I do my shadow in a really deep raspberry jam. And my last set of dots in raspberry jam. Now I'm not gonna wanna die cut this one. So I don't think we're gonna. I think I'm gonna leave this one alone. These stencils are so easy to use. And you take them as far as you want to go. If you want to mask, mask until your little heart's content. If you want to just pick 4 colors or even 2 colors and use different saturations of those 2 colors, you go. Make a wish. Very sophisticated make-a-wish. So, do we like it on? Ooh, do we like it on the? Do we like it on the bright pink? Do we like it on the dark gray? Oh, I think it pops on that gray. What do you think? Pink, gray, pink, gray. But it's very happy on the pink. Oh. Decisions, decisions. Unless I happy accident it. I'm just gonna cut it. Get 2 mats. Line it up. Because I liked it on both. I couldn't decide. And let's see. Stacy tape. A little bit off on this side, a little bit more. Line it up, center it. What do you think? Oh, let's make sure I open it right. I did. That'd have been horrible. Well, I just would have fixed it. So this time I've got the top and the bottom the same, and I just have that little gray coming out the sides. What do you think? Cute, right? You can do this. These are so simple. They are easy peasy mac and cheesy. And I didn't even use the die to cut out the Make-A-Wish. I know, I probably should have. But I have this one. I have that one. All right, let's cut out that one. Really? Should we? I don't know. No, we're just gonna let it be. I'm just gonna let it be because it's so flippin' cute. All right, so we did a lot today. We did a lot today. We started way back when with beautiful, beautiful embossing folders that now come with stencils, right? Where you could take a whole embossing folder because it is 8.5 by 5.5. And I did these two on the same. I just divvied up the paper and did with the stencil, did 2 different colors. Options aplenty, for sure. So we started there. And then we moved into playing. Just using color after color after color, not masking at all. Popping them up and die cutting them. Die cutting them out and not necessarily using the surrounding at all. And using the new layering stencils and dies from Spellbinders. Now the dies you can't buy on their own. The dies and the stencils will be sold together, but the stencils will also be sold on their own. So if you just want the stencils and not the die, you absolutely can do that because look at what I did with just the stencil and no die. But if you want the die so that you have more opportunity, then it will be sold with the die. You'll have both opportunities, whichever one works best for you. All right, so, oh my gosh, did I make a mess. If you guys saw my desk right now, and remember, do not throw the masks away. These little pieces that come in them, don't throw them away. They're important. You saw what I did with them. It gives you another option, another way to color, another way to add an additional color without covering everything else up in that one additional color. The masks are important, so I want to make sure you don't accidentally throw them away. So what's on sale? Holy smokes, artichokes. Well, we've got the embossing folder, we've got the stencil to go with it, and then you'll see a lot of the samples have this cute little die set on it. So this is a bundle, or you can buy them open stock, entirely up to you. You decide, that's one. I didn't use the raindrops, but I've got super cute samples with it. Again, it's got a darling stamp set, it's got a coordinating die, it's got the raindrop, the new raindrops 3D embossing folder, along with the raindrops stencil. Open stock, as a bundle, you choose. Then we have the stencils and the dies. So you are able to buy the For You, which I didn't use today. You can buy the For You stencil by itself or with the die. You can't buy the For You die by itself because it really doesn't make any sense. You wouldn't know what it is. So you either buy it together or the stencil by itself. So I have For You. No, I used For You. I didn't use Thank You. I didn't use Thank You today. I did the For You. I didn't use Thank You today. Stencil by itself or the die. Hello, I absolutely used stencil by itself or the set. And the Make-A-Wish stencil by itself or the set. So you choose. If you're not a die cutter, but you love the stencils because the stencils make the card. I mean, they make it. That would be so cute on a birthday layout. This would be so cute. And maybe you're not a die cutter. Just grab the stencils. But if you do both, if you die cut and stencil, then chances are you're going to want to get the sets. So sold this way or this way, and then the I Want It All bundle has all 4 sets. Okay, what else? We'll do the foam tape. Yeah, I'll do the foam tape. And then I'll put an assortment of the card bases up because I used several of the Sizzix card bases. And Even cutting them to make them mats was easy, and their colors just kind of worked together really nicely. All of these were done in Sizzix card bases. So I will throw up several of the card bases from Sizzix. You get 10 cards, 10 envelopes, and when we put them on sale, it's $3.99. You can't go wrong for that price. All right. Also, we'll do the blending brushes. I think that blending brushes are already up there, but if not, I'll make sure that they are. Okay, sample time. Are you ready? Sample time. Super cute, right? So for you. Hello, and the hello has been die cut and popped. I made this one earlier today, I think. Look at this. Sending paper hugs, and look at the stencil behind it. So darling. Here we have the thank you. I did not use the thank you today. And then this darling card was made using the die, this die set right here. Comes with the rainbow. Isn't that darling? This darling card was made with the stamp set. For you, and a little bit of liquid accent to highlight that for you and gloss it up just a little bit. And here, just the sending paper hugs. I have a hello. And then I have another hello. Slimline. Oval die cut. Embossing folder. And look at sending paper hugs. That really looks so good. The 3D embossing folder with the stencil. And here is the raindrops. And that's just the stencil of the raindrops used with the die set. Then we move over here. Let me grab these. And I have thank you. Ooh, right? Pretty. And I have for you. And I have, look at how pretty is that. She's all slick with that, with the accents, the liquid accents. And here we have the embossing folder done in just one color of the pink. Hello. You've got the 3D embossing folder and the raindrops in the back, and you've got the little umbrella. Make a wish. Die cut out. So none of the little dotties, none of the little polka dots, the little bubbles. You've got the 3D embossing folder that's been stenciled with the raindrops. Here we've got a make a wish. We have a for you. Again, die cut out. A dance in the rain with the 3D embossing folder and the stencil for the raindrops. So textural. Make a wish. And last but not least, a thank you. All right, you guys, plus all the ones that I did. All the ones I did today. So, it's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, saying, wow, this was long, but that's okay. Long is good when it's a class. It's not a demo. We don't demo here, we teach. And to teach you, sometimes I have to be repetitious, but I like being repetitious because I like to play. This is my playtime. So I'm hoping that you joined me and we had a great time together. I enjoyed my coffee with you. Thank you very much. I hope you were part of our live chat going on over here. And that starts every Saturday morning, 8 a.m. sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, or 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom. We always live chat during the premiere of my classes. And there's hundreds of us on there. And we would just love to have you join us. And where are you going to find all this great product? Well, the inks you can get just about anywhere. You use the inks that make your heart happy. The Spellbinders product is going to be here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. That's where you're going to find it. We've got it first. We helped develop it. It was exciting. I'm thrilled to have it, and I can't wait for you to play with it. So until next week, well, until Monday for our next Make It Monday event, it's me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. I'll see you Monday when we have some phenomenal deal that's probably $80 to $100 for $19.99. Until then, thanks for joining me. I will see you, and have a great weekend, everybody. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe and hit like. Bye, everybody.